Welcome to my WWE 2019 Elimination Chamber predictions and full match card. I have them all here listed. Hopefully no different surprise matches that they'll slip in during the kickoff show. But I have no idea, just looking, just to double check, I have no idea if it's going to be a kickoff show, if it's going to be some kickoff matches that they'll probably put in that are completely unannounced, just like they did for the Royal Rumble. But in this video, I'm going to go through every match and list them in the description, talk about my predictions. And now my predictions, I'm going to just do something different. I'm going to go with, from this year, for some certain matches, I think I would say two particular matches. I see wild cards, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick them and just mention them once I get to those matches. And I'm also going to do a separate actual prediction where I probably see what's probably going to really happen, something I would like to see happen, but it's probably most likely not going to happen, with certain winners I would like to see come out on top in certain these matches, especially these two matches I'm going to get into. But those are going to be the last ones I talk about. But I'm going to go through every match, listen in the description, and then tomorrow's event that takes place, I'll come out with a different video with my reactions and a recap of everything that happened during the matches for the show, one by one, the order and everything that happened. So just to kick it off and start it, The Miz and Shane McMahon, the new tag team champions, the best friend duo, co-besties, taking on the Usos, who qualified for the Smackdown tag team titles. So that's going to be one of the matches taking place at the Elimination Chamber. Now, for my prediction, I see The Miz and Shane McMahon probably finding a way to retain it, but I'm going to stick with that. The Usos are really good, but I'm not sure they'll probably end up giving them another tag title match. But, well, we never know. You never know. Sometimes maybe some interference could happen. Maybe another team might get involved, Cesaro and Sheamus. I don't know what they're going to do with some of these other tag team titles, tag teams that they have, like the B team, for example, that haven't really been on the show. But that's Raw. Raw's tag team. But it's just certain tag teams that they have together, they don't even make it on the show. So it's just like the same teams. But I'm going to go with Miz and Shane to retain their titles. It's probably going to be a really good match, good spots, with the Usos going against them head-to-head, Jimmy and Jay. But I'm going to pick the Miz and Shane to take this one and retain their titles. The next match, Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush taking on Finn Balor in a 2-on-1 handicap match. And his title, the Intercontinental title, is on the line. I'm not sure if this is going to happen. Maybe Finn Balor, I was going to say Fan Balor. Finn Balor will probably go Demon, but I don't know if they're going to really probably do that. I was hoping he would have did it against Lesnar during the Royal Rumble, but in a 2-on-1 contest, he's probably going to just be just Finn. But I'm still going to pick Finn to probably find a way to end up winning, becoming the new Intercontinental champion. So that's going to be my prediction for the match. But I would like to see him go Demon. I love when he does. It's like a different persona of him, a completely different competitor, and a complete, just like I mentioned from last time for the Royal Rumble with my predictions video, it's a whole different competitor. It's not the same person. It completely throws the opponent off guard. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what they're going to do, and it brings some fear in their opponent. And they don't know what he's going to do next, and it allows them to win. And no one has beaten the Demon yet, which I don't think they have. So that'll be cool to see. So I'm going to pick Finn for this one. I believe in Finn. I'm going to pick him to win the Intercontinental Championship. Buddy Murphy taking on Akira Tozawa for the next match, the Cruiserweight title. Akira Tozawa finally getting another title opportunity for the Cruiserweight division. I'm going to pick Buddy again. Buddy again to retain the title, to find a way to really try to win this match. The Cruiserweights are always really good. I really love watching the Cruiserweights, even though back when they used to be, again, just like I mentioned before in my previous video talking about the Royal Rumble, the Cruiserweight matches are always entertaining. So much talent, so many good high-flying moves, and very just enjoyable to watch. You never get tired of watching them. But I just wish they could really put them on to the Monday Night Raw show. But I guess they couldn't have time to really fit it in like they used to. So they just decided to make it a separate show right after SmackDown Live on Tuesdays. So I'm going to pick Buddy Murphy for that. Ronda Rousey, this is just obvious. Ronda Rousey taking on Ruby Riott, the leader of herself, the leader of the Riott Squad, for her Raw Women's Championship. It's obvious Ronda's going to win, so there's really no contest in this. And I'll be surprised if this match ends up dragging on longer than usual, than the actual match that she had with Sasha Banks. That was really good, very good, and well put together. I really enjoyed that. And one of the best matches I've seen for a women's division title. So Ronda Rousey obviously is going to win, so that's just a given. She's not dropping that title. If anything, I see her losing the title at WrestleMania. If it happens, if the writers happen, let it happen. Because we don't know what they're going to really do here. They might have Becky Lynch end up losing, and they might give the title to Charlotte Flair, because Charlotte Flair has found a way to go against Ronda Rousey. But Becky's going to obviously find a way to get still back into the match and be medically clear to compete for this title. But I don't know. They might give Charlotte the belt again, but I will be really surprised and shocked if they do. But Ronda Rousey, again, is definitely not dropping this title until WrestleMania. If anything. If they do, let her. So that's just a given. Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. Obviously, Strowman's going to destroy Corbin. Unless Corbin finds a way to escape and gets him, I was going to say disqualified, but what they didn't list here is that this match is also a no disqualification match. So someone's probably going to get involved. I'm thinking Drew McIntyre, which will probably allow Baron Corbin to find a way to get a chance to get a W over Braun Strowman. So I think Drew McIntyre is going to get involved in this match some way, somehow, and maybe Dolph Ziggler might end up appearing out of nowhere to help him. That's just something that could possibly happen. Now, I'm going to say the WWE Championship match for my last a couple things I want to really talk about for this match, but I'm going to skip that and go to the Women's Tag Team Championship. The very first, I saw this and I predicted this, and this is something that I talked about when I was little. It's like, they have a men's tag team championship for Raw and Smackdown. Why don't they have a tag team championship for the women's division? Because they used to be called Divas back in the Attitude Era, way back then when it used to be better to watch. But it's still a little new talent. It's really good to see the new faces and all. But why didn't they have a women's tag team championship? Well, now we have one. So just like I predicted, I knew it would eventually happen. So our women's tag team championship inside the Elimination Chamber, we got the Iconics, Fire and Desire, and then you got the Riott Squad, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, and the Fabulous Glow with Carmella and Naomi, and then the Boss of Hug Connection, Sasha Banks and Bayley, and then Nia Jax and Tamina for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Now, I would like to, my prediction for this match, I'm going to say the Boss and Hug Connection, obviously Sasha and Bayley. But I think something I would like to see happen is the Iconics. I would like to see the Iconics win this match and come out on top. Because just when you think of them, everything they do is as a unit. They're in sync. Everything they do when they come out on a microphone, when they're in a tag team, it's like the perfect duo. Even though Sasha Banks and Bayley are best friends and all, I would like to see the Iconics come out and take this match, and I think they really deserve it. And it'll be really cool, a good look for them. The Iconics as a duo, a cohesive unit as a duo, the perfect duo to win the tag team championship. So that would be something I would like to see. But I think the Boss and the Hugger herself, Bayley, are probably going to end up winning this match. And when I thought of it, when I seen them already team up and pair them up, I just imagined them being the first tag team championship, first tag team, women's tag team champions. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Now, this last match, this is basically all the matches here. The last match, we got Daniel Bryan. This is a lot of good superstars, and this is going to be a crazy match. I'm looking forward to this one the most. Daniel Bryan defending his WWE Championship against Kofi Kingston, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton, and then also Jeff Hardy in one match. Now, Randy Orton is already going to be coming in last because he won the Gauntlet match. If you guys haven't seen that SmackDown match, that SmackDown main event, that Gauntlet match, and if you have not seen that match, I definitely recommend it. Even if you skip everything from that show from SmackDown Live from this past week, this past Tuesday of SmackDown, gotta watch that Gauntlet match. And superstars like Kofi Kingston that took the place of Mustafa Ali He put on a hell of a show. I'm not even joking. You gotta watch that. And he started the match with Daniel Bryan. He was in there for a good over 50 minutes, nearly almost 60 minutes. And he put on a good performance. You gotta watch that match for sure. And he did so good that even the crowd themselves was cheering for Kofi Kingston the whole match. It's like they were rooting for him and wanting him to win the gauntlet match. And basically the stipulation from all these competitors that I mentioned from this match were all involved in this gauntlet match. And the winner would be entering the chamber last. But Randy Orton came out on top. It was just really short and sweet when he came out, because he really put AJ Styles away in the perfect timing right before the show ends with an RKO out of nowhere. But you guys definitely got to check it out. Even though Randy Orton came out on top, you got to definitely watch it. It was just such a good match. Like Kofi Kingston just really held his own. And when you just come and you just watch the match and you just turn it on right off the bat and just check the match out for the first time, you wouldn't even expect Kofi Kingston to really put on a show. You'll just look at him and say, well, he's gonna be already eliminated early right off the bat. You wouldn't even expect the things that he did, just like Seth Rollins did during his gauntlet match. It was something similar to this, but I think this was even better just to see Kofi Kingston come out. Because you know guys like Seth Rollins can do that. And then people just probably would at least expect that from people like Kofi Kingston, who's been in the company for a while. Way before this New Day gimmick came up and started blowing up, he was just like I would say a mid-carder. He wasn't really all the way a main eventer, but now just to see that he's in this match, he deserves this. And I think I would like to see him win this match. But I honestly see, in just real talk, I see Daniel Bryan still finding a way to escape and retain his title, because Eric Rowan's probably going to find a way to get inside the chamber and help Daniel Bryan weaken the other superstars, and probably just help. He's going to be a huge distraction against the other superstars, Joe, Hardy, Orton, and then and AJ as well. So he's probably going to get involved in the match, and that's probably going to be his I guess his ace up his sleeve to allow him to escape this chamber. That's the only way I see him winning this match. I don't have a problem with any superstar that's going to end up coming out on top in this match, to be honest, but I would love to see Kofi Kingston come out on top of this and give him a title, even if he doesn't even have that long of a title reign. Give him a day or two of a title reign and have him drop the belt the next night, the next Friday Night Smackdown, or not Friday Night Smackdown, Tuesday Night Smackdown Live. Have him drop the title then. It doesn't even matter to me as long as they give him this win. And when I think of this match, it makes me think of him as a wild card. I'm just going to go with him. I think Kofi Kingston is the biggest wild card in this match, because remember that time from, I think, a few years ago, I think the year before last, when Bray Wyatt was still on the show, even though he should be coming back. I don't know if he's going to come back on SmackDown or Raw. Bray Wyatt ended up winning and becoming a WWE champion. He was a wild card, and no one really even saw him winning the match. They always would pick the other superstars over him. And I think superstars like Kofi Kingston being inserted into this match as the replacement of Ali, he's that same wild card and just that difference maker that people will probably overlook. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that probably sees this, especially if you saw that gauntlet match. If you haven't saw that gauntlet match, you probably wouldn't understand what I'm talking about and why I'm just gonna just giving him so much praise after just his performance. You would want to cheer for him too, and you would want to root for him too if you get a chance to see that gauntlet match from this past SmackDown episode. It was just so good. So he really held his own. You could see him, the exhaustion and just the love that he got from the crowd, the standing ovation that he got even though he got eliminated. I'm not gonna say who he got eliminated by, which is just to spoil, but just the standing ovation and just the reaction of the crowd when he got eliminated and came out of the gauntlet match. It was just so much applause and love for this guy. You gotta cheer for him this Sunday, and it will make you want to cheer for this guy and root for him all the way and come out on top as the new champion. Hopefully this Sunday, well, basically tomorrow, we're gonna see what happens. But if they don't let him win, at least have him perform identically the same way he did on SmackDown, even if he doesn't end up winning. So I'm hoping that they don't just kill him off really early, just have him do that huge performance that he put on from SmackDown, and then just have him just eliminated right off the bat early on. So I don't know the whole order, but I just know Orton is going to come out, Randy Orton is going to come out of the chamber last because he won that gauntlet match. So that's honestly my predictions, and that's something I would like to see. We never know, but something I liked about the Elimination Chamber is that it's anybody's game that can win and come out on top. You never know. And right when you think that certain superstar is going to end up winning, that one little surprise ends up coming out of nowhere, right when just how Becky Lynch ended up winning the Royal Rumble when we thought Charlotte was going to probably end up winning right off the bat. But that's the beauty about this Elimination Chamber, and that's what I like about this event. But we're just going to have to see what happens. So let me know what you guys think about the matches. If you guys are going to be checking the show out tomorrow, your predictions, who would you like to see win the championship from the Elimination Chamber, you guys' thoughts. But if you have not seen that gauntlet match, get at a watch, if anything, over the show. That's definitely something I recommend out of everything that happened over SmackDown. If anything, give that a chance. Watch Kofi Kingston's performance. Watch him do it and just outlast those different opponents. It was just so shocking to see that. And I just didn't even see it coming. It was just so good. So check that out if you guys have a chance before you even watch that chamber match, and you'll know why I just mentioned everything I said about him and why so many people are probably trying to really encourage this guy to really try to win. Hopefully they give him the W. Hoping they give him the title to at least give him some kind of recognition, and even something else that people probably won't know. He'll be a Grand Slam champion. Because he's already been an Intercontinental champion. I think he's been a tag team champion and all tag team champions already a few times. He'll be a Grand Slam champion if he can get this title tomorrow. So we'll see what happens and see what they do. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and comment you guys' thoughts if you guys are going to check out the Elimination Chamber, and whoever else what match you guys are looking forward to next, and maybe some of the things that you guys would like to see them do for this year's WrestleMania.